and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel, guys, where we said tonight, this is a proper test. This is going to be a real indication of where this team is. And the answer to that is nowhere. We are going nowhere right now. Real Madrid have beaten us by 4-1, and that scoreline there, it's a reflection of the game. It's not undeserved on the side of Real. They deserve their victory tonight. They deserve their win. They were better than we were because Barça were shocking right the way across the board. Individual errors, individual mistakes, but as a collective, we are simply not good enough. We haven't been now for far, far too long. Big questions must be asked. Serious questions must be asked, because this is never, ever good enough for a Barça team. Because, okay, let's start at the very beginning, because looking straight away at the starting lineup tonight, guys, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. From the second that I saw that team from Xavi, panic set in. Because coming into this game, believe me, expectations were low. Not many people really were expecting Barça to come up against Real Madrid and beat them tonight. We were hoping, of course, we were maybe thinking a miracle could come along, but our expectations were already quite low. But this lineup, it really sent out a bad message in my opinion, because already there, along that back line, you've got Koundé at centre-back. You push Araujo over the right-back. Why? Why have we done that tonight? In the previous game, it worked well with Koundé as the right-back and Araujo as the centre-back. We know that Koundé doesn't want to play out there. I said before, I don't care. I do not care that he doesn't. If it works, he has to accept it. Xavi tonight, for me, he's just given in. Because Vinicius, don't forget, he's not out on the left-hand side anymore. So playing Araujo out there, it was pointless. Vinicius is down the middle, and we did not deal with him. And the other thing as well, you look at it there, no Lamine Yamal, no João Felix, both of them on the bench. It looked to me like a team that was quite cautious from Xavi, that lacked there a lot of attacking threat, and lacked energy in many ways. And that's exactly what we saw out there on the field. Because look, guys, it took 7 minutes. That's all that it took for Real Madrid to take the lead, and it was indeed Vinicius. And the way this goal comes about, it's a scandal, because one single pass there from Bellingham, it opens up our entire backline. How many times have we seen this happen with Barça? That incredibly high line, lack of pressure on the ball, one pass and they're in, and what is Koundé doing? He gets his body position there all wrong. You can clearly see he's in no position to deal with the danger. He doesn't deal with it. He makes a massive mistake, and Vinicius is in. He takes a really, really heavy touch as well, but Iñaki Peña is sort of stuck on his line. When he does eventually come out, Vinicius goes around him, and then it's 1-0 to Real Madrid. But don't worry, guys. Are we going to learn from our mistakes? Are we going to learn here from the high line? Are we either going to maybe drop back a bit, or are we going to put some pressure on the ball? No, we're not going to do either of those things, because Carvajal here picks the ball up on the right, and again, it's one single pass in behind. Our whole defence is out the game again. This time it's Araujo that plays everybody on side. Rodrygo has got the whole of the field to run into. It's a simple ball across the box to Vinicius, and it's 2-0 Real Madrid. Within 10 minutes of the game, Barça, they are self-destructing at this point. But it's okay, because actually, after the half-an-hour mark in this game, there was a spark of hope for Barça. Because actually, when we really, really needed it, Robert Lewandowski stepped up here. It's a cross-in from Balde. Real Madrid head it away. He's on the edge of the box. It drops to him there, and his connection with this ball, it is absolutely wonderful there. He hits through it, such a pure connection. He keeps it low. Lunin cannot respond to that. It flashes past him into the goal, and it's a wonder volley from Robert Lewandowski to get Barça back in this game and give us some hope. Give us some belief here that maybe, just maybe, we could make a comeback. But it takes 5 minutes for us to undo all of that good work, because we give away a penalty there on Real Madrid. Now, admittedly, there's a little bit of difference in opinion on this one. Some people think that it definitely was a penalty there against Araujo. Other people think that maybe it was not. But what I would say is, I think it's unnecessary from Araujo. I'm not saying that it's a guaranteed penalty. For me, it looks incredibly soft. The arm does come out. There's a little bit of a connection. Is that enough there to send Vinicius sprawling? No, it isn't. but he doesn't need to do it. You know, Vinny's got ahead of him, but Araujo there gives the referee the chance to give the penalty, and we know what's going to come next. We knew that he was going to point at the spot, and it's another chance there for Real Madrid to go further ahead in this game to undo all the good work. Vinicius steps up, and he delivers. Peña goes the right way, but he cannot get to Vinicius' penalty, which then makes it a 38-minute Clasico hat-trick for Vinicius Jr., and that was a woeful first half. It really, really was from Barca, because I think Real Madrid, particularly in those early exchanges there, they look so much more efficient. They look like they actually understood their game plan. They were really exploiting that Barca high line. It was good for Real that they actually had a game plan. You know, what was ours? What was our plan there? What did we come out hoping to achieve in that first half? It's the same mistakes over and over and over again. We start games badly. We are constantly playing catch up, and against better teams, better opposition, you simply won't continue to get away with this. But then in the second half, to be perfectly honest with you guys, it doesn't really get any better for Barca, because obviously Xavi then on the 60th minute mark in the game, nothing was really working, so he looked to his bench and thought, okay, I'm going to throw everybody on now. So then he brings on João Felix, Lamine Yamal, Fermin Lopez. It's too late. The game by that point, it was slipping away from us. We were playing catch up, like I say, and you can't just throw those players on there when you want the game to be rescued, because they're over there thinking, I should have started. I should have been out there from the moment go. I've shown what I can do, and the response that I got was to be put back on the bench. So again, it's a real mess right now at Barca, because those players come on, and just minutes after that, Barca concede again. It's Rodrygo this time, and look at the whole passage of play in this goal. You look at what Real Madrid do, the way that they're getting to balls, the way that they're winning them, and actually running at Barca. They're so much more intense. They look quicker, sharper. They look much more motivated here. They want it more than us, and that is unacceptable. We can never, ever feel as though we don't want a Clasico victory enough, and that's what it looked like out there today from Barcelona. And again, guys, can anybody explain to me what on earth Koundé is doing? What is he attempting to do there? The ball is into him, inside of his own box. He basically sets up Rodrygo. He basically tees it up for him, puts it on a plate right in front of goal, and says, go on then, score. And he does. And it's 4-1 Real Madrid. And it's embarrassing, and it really is to our core, because like I say, we weren't expecting anything. Our expectations for this team right now are genuinely very low, but come on, even this is absolutely woeful from Barca, and it goes from bad to worse. Araujo gets sent off, much to the joy of Vinicius then, who was winding up the Barca bench, and that's the problem, because we can't do anything now. Vinicius, Real Madrid, they are laughing in our faces, and we can do nothing about that because of that woeful display that we've seen today. And I have to say, guys, what it was naivety. To line up with that high line, to have no pressure on the ball, no intensity about our game, no hunger in this fixture, in any game, it's unforgivable. In any game that you play as a Barca player, if you don't bring your best level to the field, it's unacceptable. But to do this against Real Madrid, in a final, in a Clasico final, so many of those players out there, they don't even deserve to wear the Barca shirt right now. But of course, it's not just on the players. I think we have to ask serious questions here tonight about Xavi, about his leadership of this team, about the direction that we are heading in, because like I say, it's not one game, it's not two games, it's not three games, it's not four. It's been a constant problem. We are seeing the same mistakes, the same woeful performances, week in and week out. And how many more times am I going to have to say, what is it going to take? And I really do just feel so angry right now, guys, so frustrated what this team has been showing us, and what we are seeing from the whole club, to be honest, inside and out. It's just not acceptable. We have been seeing this coming. Let's be real here. We've been on the channel. We've been talking about the performances. We've been talking about the direction. We know there's a real problem at the root, at the heart of this club right now, and we've got to go about solving it. And that means asking questions. That means asking difficult questions, maybe. But something has to give. Something has to change here, because this is just not good enough. And I want to know your thoughts, guys. I want to know the real honest opinions tonight, the raw feelings from all of you, because I know we're all going to be feeling the same way. We want to go into a game against Real. We want to do ourselves proud. We want to do the badge proud. Tonight, nobody did. Nobody even turned up, not for a second, in this game. And just let me know, each and every one of you tonight, what are you feeling? What do you take away from this game? And what needs to happen to turn this around, to actually get Barca back on the right path? Let me know all of those thoughts down below. I'll be back soon, of course, to react more to this game, to look deeper into the problems. Thank you indeed, though, for still tuning in tonight. Really, really do appreciate that, even despite this bad defeat. I'll catch you soon, though. But until next time, as always, Visca, El Barça.